Hi, my name is S.Hansen. Today I'd like to share with you some aspects of my career. What career involves interpreting for the President of the United States, the Governor of Washington, Eric Idle of the Monty Pythons, the musician Lorde, Amy Grant, the comedian Bill Cosby. This is before there were any public issues. Federal, state, and local judges, emergency room physicians, women who are giving birth, and people taking their oath to become U.S. citizens. My career as a nationally certified American Sign Language interpreter has taken me to all of those places, and the item that I would like to share with you today is my badge. This badge has my DSHS Washington State certification on it, and it also has my court certification. So when I'm going out and around in the community and I'm having to go through security screenings, it helps me when the people who are there can just quickly check my badge and see who I am and let me in, since I'm an independent contractor, so I'm coming into all these different places and people kind of know who you are. So today we're going to be looking at three things. One is credentialing as an interpreter, the impact of the Americans with Disabilities Act, or the ADA, and the most challenging and rewarding aspects of this career. Professional interpreting requires credentialing. So you need to get your education in order to get certified. I have a national certification through the Registry of Interpreters for the Deaf. I've had that since 1992. And in order to do that, you need to take a written test. You need to take a performance test, and you also, at this point, need to have a bachelor's degree. The second thing we're going to talk about today is the Americans with Disabilities Act. Access has dramatically improved out there in the community since the passage of that law, which was in 1990. That was President George W. Bush who signed that into law. That was awesome. So now people with disabilities are able to have more access out in their communities. The ADA has dramatically improved people's access to health care, education, public services, but there's much to be done. For example, in employment, there are a lot of people in the community who are unemployed, and keep on working on more access so that people can get into those places of employment that match their skills and provide them with rewarding and meaningful work. So now I'd like to talk to you about the third thing, which are the career highlights and some of the challenges that I have faced in my career. I love doing childbirth. I love doing when people become U.S. citizens. I love it when they get their driver's license. I love it when they get hired for a job. I love it when students are learning and understanding what's going on in their schools. I love it when people are having adoption proceedings. All of those are like total highlights. And one, graduation from medical school to become a doctor. That was last year. What a highlight. Career challenges or situations that are challenging when people are getting a diagnosis for cancer, when they're getting a diagnosis for blindness in combination with deafness, which means they're going to lose their sight, as well as having a hearing loss. Inmates in prison, drug addiction, losing their limbs. I've interpreted for a person who had to lose their foot. Being fired, being evicted from their apartment, CPS involvement, people who have been raped, mental health crises. We've looked at the credentialing of American Sign Language interpreters, the impacts of the ADA law, and some of the challenging, rewarding aspects of this career. So I would like to encourage you to support people with disabilities out in their community. Be kind, be patient, be open to new ways of communicating, learn some sign language so you can have your own one-on-one conversation. Say, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Those are all friendly things that you can do out there in your community. And I will put some resources at the end of this video so that if you're interested in this, you can check it out yourself.